somehow this mic stand, hold on a second, guys. No, this mic stand doesn't seem like it's up all the way. Or not mic stand, but light. Oh, that's up. I guess it is. It just doesn't feel like it. But hold on a second. Trying to not make everybody dizzy. I thought, that's definitely, I thought that, well, that's a little bit better. I thought that if I set it up via my computer, I could schedule it to come out and do a live. Yeah, it don't work like that because I couldn't find the live. So if I want to do a scheduled live that I have to do on my phone, I actually have to do it through, since it's going to be 4th of July, right? I have to do it through my phone. There we go. Somewhat. I do it through my phone and set it up. Hopefully you can all hear me. I have to do it through my phone. Somebody's cooking, man, and I'm hungry. I have to do it through my phone and set it up that way in order to be able to get the live stream. So, Hi New Horizons. You learn something new every day, don't you? Because I thought, okay, if I set it up on the computer, right? I set it up on the computer, then I can go ahead and just put it on and catch it. I can't catch it. It won't let me do it that way. So, something else learned. Right? Something else learned. So, you can't. You can schedule them on your phone and then be able to retrieve live streams, but you can't schedule them on the computer and then find them when you hit the live button on your phone through YouTube. So I had to delete that live that I had scheduled because I couldn't retrieve it. So anyway, something else new learned, right? In the fray of everything. It says United States with my eagle. Hi, Robert, with my eagle on there. My husband loves eagles. So I love eagles too. So anyway, before we, beautiful, but somebody's cooking something. Man, does it smell good. Thank you, Sawyer. Yeah, it has an eagle on the bottom. I figure because 4th of July is coming up, I wear it. I want to kind of explain something, and I tomorrow night, well, we'll do it 6 o'clock because I want to talk about the way we're doing our channel shout outs and everything. I want to talk about that tomorrow. We're just going to relax tonight. My brain has been doing a lot the past couple of days. Or I guess if I haven't been able to do a lot, my mind's just been going with all these wonderful ideas that I'm trying to help my mom put together a little bit when I can. Blessings Through Connection is our other YouTube channel. There are playlists we have on there of other people's channels that we really like. I don't think so. You're in my house right now because this is my mom's and mine YouTube house, but my husband probably wouldn't like that too much. But no. But anyway, so anyway, to get back to what I was saying, our other channel is Blessing Through Connection. And we have YouTube, we have playlists on there, other people's channels we want to talk about and we like. We're going to start removing those off of that channel. What we're going to start doing is there'll be 2 playlists put up. Blessed to Crochet, which is this channel, and Tuber Chat, which I think any content creator, anybody that has a channel needs to be involved in that channel. So anyway, with that being said, if you would like to have a playlist on that channel, contact us. I've got some people already lined up, and we will do a half an hour. I'm going to actually do an interview of myself. Half an hour pre-recorded, kind of get to know you time where we're just going to ask some really basic questions and ask, you know, certain things like, you know, how you doing, you know, who are you, what is your YouTube channel about, what has your YouTube journey been, that kind of thing. Just about a half an hour. I think if it's any more than that, we're not going to have anybody come on in. And hopefully everybody can hear me. My mic should be hooked up and set up and all the stuff. So anyway, and that's what we're going to do. And then if you have that, what we'll do is we'll set up a playlist with your channel. We'll set up a playlist with that video. Hi, Rudy, with that video in your playlist. This way, you can tell us and pick up the videos you want us to put in that playlist on our channel. And then the pre-recorded video we do of an interview with you, it'll be a way of helping us with videos. And we're not going to do a lot of editing with them either. But it'll also help us because we'll get some watch time out of those playlists. So there's playlists on there. I haven't really taken anything down, but I will be taking them down. And if you're interested in having a playlist on Blessing Through Connection, that's just going to be one of the requirements that we're going to say, come on, do an interview, and we'll make you a playlist and that kind of thing. So that's a new thing we'll be adding. Alfonso has already agreed to do one. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's going to do an interview. And I'm real excited about doing that. And then just so people understand, we have tomorrow night, we have one at 7 p.m. And that is going to be at 7 o'clock tomorrow p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully you will join us. Let me just tell y'all, Josh has Mr. Blessed to Crochet. He got subscribers last night, and he's not even going to grow a channel. That's my husband. Sandy Wendy, who's one of my moderators, she gained subscribers. Several other channels, and one of them is Foodie's Vacations. I was in her channel today, and some of the people that were in that live, hi Linda, in that live actually came over to her channel and were in her chat today. So those taking that time to really network in an event, you know, network in within YouTube and a channel like what we're doing with Blessings Through Connection really helps. And we got to our first 100. So if you haven't checked out that channel, please do. It should be in the description below. And then we have to realize that I know for us content creators and people that are looking at the analytics and everything, the numbers are really important. We want to see those numbers climbing. I mean, we're looking forward to when we get to 1,800, 1,900, 2,000, and so forth. But more importantly, you want the subscribers to turn into supporters and community. Because if they turn into supporters, man, that'll be a huge difference beside just a number. And coming into a chat like what we're doing with Blessings Through Connection and talking with each other and making those connections are really, really going to be important. I learned last night because went to Bill, hi Bells and Stars. I realized last night in that chat, I need to set up a private playlist when I'm in there for both Blessings Through Connection and Blessed to Crochet. Because if I do not, I'm making people moderators when they first come in. I'm welcoming people in. I'm changing the video and the film, you know, the stuff that's coming on throughout the live. And I'm thinking, I can't go and make proper connections, which what you should be doing is when you come into Blessings Through Connection, you know, saying hi to everybody, taking your mouse. Hi, Jeanette, taking your mouse. Did they stopped doing that, I guess? Yeah, enough people didn't like it. I know I didn't like it. I know some people did. It was a mixture. They maybe just got rid of, I don't know, but maybe they rolled it out and realized it wasn't going to work or something. I don't know. where they were doing the handles. I don't know. Anyway, when you come in to the chat and you're made a moderator, you go take your mouse or you tap their name and go to their channel. If you can't make a 3-minute connection with one of their videos or 3 minutes of shorts, make yourself a private playlist and put anything in there. So when the live is done, you can go back and make it correctly. And I realized I needed to do that. And there were channels I thought I was connected with. I realized I wasn't connected with, and I got reconnected with them again. But I can't. Oh, awesome. That is awesome, Janet. Jeanette. I don't know why I want to say Janet. I see Jeanette and I say Janet. So you need to realize that that's an important thing, is that you are doing that. And so I realized I've got to do a private playlist so that when it's over with, I can go back and make the proper connection. So when you're, and right now, Blessings Through Connection, last night it was hopping because Tuber Chat rated it. But when it doesn't, it's going to be slow for a little bit till people realize the concept behind it and what it can do for their channel and what it can do for them just as far as connection goes. Because it's for viewers and for content creators. It's for everybody. No matter who you are, to come in that channel and make those connections. And so, again, if people are interested in playlists on Blessings Through Connection, contact us. We'll do an interview. It will go, and then we'll make a playlist with you with that interview, and then you can tell us which videos or shorts you want us to put in the playlist so we can make a playlist to show your channel. So contact us if you want to do that. But I realized that I didn't. I'll have to change what I was going to do because Brenda, I got a message anyway. So we have just got to make sure that we're making the connections properly. Now, one other thing we're going to do too is I'm going to have like a Word document open. So when people are coming in and I go over and just connect with their channel and put something in the playlist so I can watch it later, I'm going to, copy their handle and put it in there and make a list of everybody who, as many as I can, who showed up, who I connected with, which will also give us channel shout outs. And then I can kind of have that list and just verify that I've got everybody. Of course, as it gets busier, it's going to be harder and harder to do that. But if I see a channel, I can highlight it, put it in for channel shout outs, because I'm always looking for channel shout outs. Always. And bells and stars, I'm taking a screenshot of that right now because I will do a channel shout out. I'm looking for channel shout outs I've got enough channel shout outs through until the 27th. So I'll make sure somewhere in there at the end of the month. And then what we're doing is we're doing the recap of the channel shout outs in both Blessing Through Connection and Blessed to Crochet. Every Monday, those shorts are coming out at 8 p.m. with the theme song. That won't change. I'm trying to get more on track. I was behind a couple of days with the devotions. I've been focusing on that because, see, the problem is that when I do things for the channel, especially in Canva, I have to do the framework for it. Because if I can get the framework for it, then I can hand it over to Mama and say, okay, take this. Because a lot of things I do is just like plop in pictures and frames for her. So she can take the picture, plop it in, change the name or whatever it is. Excuse me, but I have to create that whole framework. So I've been busy doing that over the past couple of days. But now that that's done, I got to get back to devotions. I've got 3 more days to get caught up with. And then I just have to sit and continue keeping on track and then edit. I don't mind listening to myself to a point. you know, I can see why people that have channels send their editing stuff off other places and say, edit this for me, because you don't want to listen to yourself. It's like, really? I got to listen to myself again? You don't want to listen to yourself again. Well, we had fun last night. It was pretty hopping in there. And I'm excited to see that grow. I'm excited to give back. I'm excited to make those connections. I think we're just going to kind of stick to twice a week. You know, maybe 3 times a week. We'll see. I just have to get back. I'm getting back. Slowly but surely, I'm getting back. Richest blessing, my sister. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Haven't seen you for a while. Conscious, haven't seen you. It's good to see you. Oh, my neck is sore. I'm telling you, I've got to do a review on it. I got a heating pad for my neck, and it is wonderful because I can sit when I'm crocheting and my neck is sore and put the heating pad on, or when I'm doing stuff on Canva, you know, when you're down like this, I can put the heating pad on it. Wonderful. I have one that you put kind of like on you hold and it massages everything, which I should do that one tonight. And Josh is like, why don't you just use that? And I'm like, yeah. So you're supposed to hold this and hold a crochet hook or type. Well, you can't do that. But I put the heating pad on and it really soothes everything. It's just, you need to go. Our Y, we're joined with the Y, and they have a pool and a jacuzzi. I need to go sit in the jacuzzi. Maybe Josh and I'll do that tomorrow after the doctor. I think we are. I think we're going to go. I just need to go sit in the jacuzzi and sit in the relax in the pool. I think we're going to do that tomorrow. See, if we go to the doctor and I tell him to put on his bathing suit and a shirt, he will. And then I will do the same thing, and we'll, on the way home, stop off and go to the jacuzzi and a pool. Yes, I'm going to go do that. I need that tomorrow. Yes, the 4th of July. I don't know yet because there's a fireworks close to us. We may try to go see it. No, I was really kind of perturbed. I didn't realize it, but it's happening next year. And it's actually a balloon fest. And there's all these like hot air balloons that come and they put them up in the sky, and it's not far from us. So next year, we are going to go and do that because there were some really cool balloons. And I thought that would have been really good content for you guys. So next year, we take our rocking chair, at least my rocking chair, my husband's chair, and my mom's chair, and go look at all the balloons. But if we can go see, hi Palooza, how are you? If we can go see the fireworks, we will. The only thing is, I don't know if I can monetize it because I may have music in the background, which is fine. If I can't monetize it, it's fine. It will be fine. If there's music in the background, that's fine. The only thing is it may mute it, but even if it muted it, you guys would get to see the pretty fireworks. So we'll see. We will see. I really love listening to the Capitol 4th fireworks and watching that on television, but we'll see. If it's good weather, so forth, we may try to go see it. It's on the 4th. Thankfully, we don't have a dog that is scared to death of fireworks or thunderstorms, thankfully. So she's not afraid of that, of any of that. She's afraid of a fly. Like if a fly gets in the bedroom, she can't stand it. She can't, I mean, she's literally scared to death of a fly, but fireworks don't bother her. I don't understand it. They'll get it. But if there's a fly in the room, you're in a parade. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Have fun. I'm excited to see that. I won't be seeing it, but I'm excited to hear it. Okay. I have not crocheted for the past couple days because I've been busy working on recap channel shoutouts templates. And I'm craving a crochet hook. But if you do not crochet, that is okay. You can still be here because we crochet connection over here. No crochet hook is required. And I didn't realize I'm matching. Crochet hook matches the shirt. This massive blanket. And I'm able to start working on it because Mom got me the yarn. It came in. But it is a tangled mess. Do you not see this? Tangled mess. So I don't know how much crochet will get done tonight because I didn't realize, well, that's that. I didn't realize how tangled it was till I got it down and realized, oh yeah, tangle mess. Don't we love our tangles? No crochet listen. That is awesome. I think I've been on a float. I used to be involved with Indian princesses with my dad, and we used to do a float. I think I was. I'm just trying to find out where this other thing goes to. Because there's more of the brown that's, oops. Oh, telling you, we're going to need a, whoops. We're going to need a forklift for this blanket. But I wanted it big. But certainly something she can wrap herself up in, that's for sure. My biggest fear as I was doing this blanket was like, I'm not going to have enough yarn, but I actually am going to have plenty. Which is good because I don't want to reorder any more for it. Don't we love it when tangled mess? I mean, look at this. That's the only drama I want in my life, yarn drama. That's for sure. I'm telling you, people cooking and they're not inviting people over because I smell it. It smells delicious. Somebody's cooking something. Yeah, it's a balloon fest, and I didn't realize it. And I'm thinking, dang on it. I could have taken, and sat with the rocking chair and gone out and videotaped all the, the balloons and everything. And I didn't connect the dots. And I read someplace where like they were rescheduling it and they were canceling it. And so I will pay attention. Josh's like, oh yeah, they do it every year. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks for telling me. So I said, well, pay attention to it next year because I want to go to next year. I used to have a piano teacher that I think her husband owned like a hot air balloon company. Oh, that's not connected anymore. Let's put it with brown. Yep. I don't know what we'll have. Christina's coming this Sunday. I know we're supposed to, she wants canes. She's already told us canes. That's on the 6th. I don't know what we'll have for chicken. Hi, California Ford 44. How are you doing? We were just sitting here, turned on the lighthouse for y'all, trying to I'm trying to untangle this mess called yarn. And we're just doing it, and we're just chit-chatting and connecting, and I think I'm at the end of most of this. And I'm trying to just telling you. Thank you. It is a blanket I am actually almost done with. I don't have too much more to go on it, which I'm very glad, because I'd like to get it off to the person. And so we just come out and we do rocking. I love the purple you have. The two colors go. Yes, it is actually, I'll show you all in a minute, but I can't do anything until I kind of untangle the mess. Hey, Dark, you're from California? Well, welcome on in. It's actually this color next to the purple. It's those two. And then it's the sparkly white. So you can see the glitter in the white. And then at the very end, it's these two colors together. But we just, gives me the opportunity to come out here, as we say, turn on the lighthouse for you guys. We live in Ohio, so we can only do this when it's, can't do it in spring because spring and my allergies don't mix. But in the summer, in the evening when it's cool, we can come out and let you guys come in, chit chat, connect with each other, and I can do some crocheting and hear the birds. And hi, Kent, how are you? Good evening, Ohio in the house, stitching my, that's awesome, stitching on a, that's awesome. I don't quite know what that word is, and I don't want to say it. Wanda, did I say that right? Or I probably didn't. Yep. About an hour and a half from Columbus, between Columbus and Cleveland. So I love Ohio, that's for sure. I really was debating, because Josh and my anniversary, my husband, is 21st. I really wanted to go to the Amish country down in Berlin for the night someplace, but I don't think we can afford it. They actually have, I think it's the Amish something, Amish house or something like that. They're pretty nice, and they have breakfast or something. But I don't know. Just the prices for the rooms down there were almost like $200 for the night. I'm like, I don't think I can swing that right now. I wanted to, but actually down in Honking Hills, there's like these little tiny houses, and it's an African quilt. I'm about an hour from Columbus. I go to the Amish country often to stay at homes with a view and a B&B. What is that B&B in the Amish in Berlin? We love Berlin. I love the Amish country down there. Love it. But hey, Sleepy Bee, how are you? We may go down there and have dinner or something, or go down for the day, but I couldn't see taking that money. I couldn't. I'm like, I can't swing it this year. So, but there's a place in Honking Hills. I'm doing pretty good. And it's actually near there in like tiny homes. And they have, I would love to do that in the fall. And they have this, like the bed is there. And then by the window, by the bed is this huge picture window. That you could lay there and look outside, and it just looked gorgeous. And it's got like a fire pit. And I'm like, I'd love to go there, but they often require a 2-night minimum. Another place I'd love to go stay is I'm gonna say it wrong too. It's Mohican, the castle that's in Mohican. Um, they have like a castle. Their restaurant is delicious. Um, they have rooms there, and I would love one of these times to stay there. Sometimes in the winter, they'll have really good rates there. Like sometimes they'll have like a $99 rate. Okay, one yarn down, one more to go. Most of these are going to be requiring changing because I'm at the end of them, except for the purple one. So that one at usually in the winter they'll have really good rates. Sometimes I enjoy just pitching a tent in the backyard. Yeah, we live in an apartment. They are not going to allow us to pitch a tent. We'll probably go down to the Amish country, and I mean, you've got Yoders down there. You've got Der Dutchman down there. Maybe just going and spending the day down there. Walnut Creek has like the best ice cream around. It's delicious. So we may go down there for the day. But because I mean, I love it down there. I love it, and I love it in the fall. I love it. You know, I was raised in Florida. Never going back to Florida. No desire to go back to Florida. None. My mother, where we live now, my mother was born in Scotland. She came over here with my grandmother when she was 4 months old. So where we live now is exactly where she was raised. And then she moved to Florida. Of course, she likes the hot weather. My husband and I do not like the hot weather. We like it when it's cold. So does my daughter, who was raised in Florida. And so anyway, but I was kind of felt, because we used to come up here and visit my namesake. And I was kind of felt like when I came up here, I was coming back home. I don't know why. I felt like this, like it was home. And I always loved Ohio. I always loved the Amish country. And my husband's like, yeah, you were a city girl, but you always in your heart wanted to be a country girl. And I'm like, yep. Florida, especially South Florida, got so congested. People don't realize when you have the snowbirds that come down, you do not go out. Hi, Barbara. How are you? You don't go out because the traffic is horrendous. And that's the time you want to go out and do things because it's the cool time of the month. In the summer, you're baking. You don't go out. And then you're always preparing for hurricane season. And I just, I love St. Augustine in Florida. I will say that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be praying for you, hon. I have been praying for you and will continue. Um, yep. I love St. Augustine, mainly in the fall because it's when it's the coolest. And if I ever have grandchildren, I have the opportunity to take them to Disney at least once. I'd like to do that because I went to Disney with my grandparents. I will let their father and my husband take them on the fast rides. Yaya will be glad to take them on this Small World. That's the kind of rides that I do not like roller coasters. I have no desire to be on a roller coaster. My daughter really doesn't like them. I'm kind of a small world kind of girl. I love Pirates of the... Thank you so much, hon, for becoming a member. Thank you very, very much. That's very nice of you, hon. It is appreciated. It's never expected, but it is tremendously appreciated. So thank you so much. But and welcome on in. The Pirates of the Caribbean, that ride is great. I love it when you get what they started doing is there's kind of like a dip at the very beginning. Never had the chance. You go into there and it's kind of like a dip. And every time we went, the dip got bigger and bigger, like a deeper drop. And they used to make it where you saw anything. Now it's like the last time I went on it, they make it totally black. It gets totally black and you can't see anything. I don't know if I can handle going on it now, but you don't know where you're going. You know I've been on it enough, you know what to expect. But once I get down that, then I'm fine. And the original what is it? I think what it is now. The Country Bear Jamboree. The original one, they don't do anymore. And my grandfather used to love Big Al. And so I don't know if they're putting a new one out, but I don't know if I could go see the new one because I have such special memories to the new one. You know, the old one, not the new one. I mean, I don't mind some of the other rides, but you ain't never getting this girl on Space Mountain. Never. Ever, 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 ever going to get me on Space Mountain. It will never happen. Actually, a friend of mine, it's one of my bridesmaids. Oh, I'm running out of lap room for this. I'm serious. Oh my goodness. I've enjoyed doing this, but I'm glad it's getting to the finishing stages because I think I've run out of lap room. Ah, literally. I honestly, I don't know where I'm going to fit it on my lap. It has gotten so big. Oh, it's worth it though, but it's just funny. Anyway, she was my bridesmaid. She was my grandparents' next door neighbor. Hi, Alfonso. And so she would, I turned this the wrong way. I did all that and it's the wrong way. Anyway, so she would come with us sometimes to Disney. And so she said to me, she was like, Mary, because this was not, it was, what was it? It was Thunder Mountain. She said, it's really slow because I don't like fast things. I said, okay. I went on this ride, screaming the entire way through the whole thing. Got off the ride, I looked over at her and I said, Kimmy, you better run because when I get a hold of you, I'm going to get you. Oh, I was so mad at her. I was like, that thing wasn't slow. I was screaming the entire flipping way all the way on that ride. Oh my goodness. Guys, I may... Are you laughing yet? Have I gotten you to laugh? Oh my goodness. I'm on, what part am I on? I'm on the H. I have one more letter after this. Oh my goodness. It just slipped off again. It's a lot, when you're sitting this way, it's a lot, it's not as big as it looks, but the person I'm making it for, their daughter was taken away way too soon. And I literally wanted, because her daughter's name is down the middle of this blanket, and I wanted her to literally be able to put her daughter's name on the back so that she could take the blanket and literally do this, like this, and just wrap it around her and feel a real big hug. So that was the goal. And if I had known, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have used a 4.5 hook because and I have on some of these other blankets, but this metallic is a little thicker and it would have never worked to make a 4.5. I would have worked on the rest of them. I could have made it down to 4.5, but not with that metallic yarn. There's no way. So very close to being done with it, and I can ship it off to her. And I have enough yarn. I'm actually going to take one of the hearts, but I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn before I did that. And I'll take one of these hearts that are on here, and I'm going to actually make a pillow out of it so that if she wants to hug the pillow, she can hug the pillow. So that's the plan if I have enough. But yeah, blankets get to the point and then it's like, I think, yeah, I probably have maybe about 25, 30 rows. Well, yeah. Well, I ordered this. This was from Ice. So I ordered more than I thought, and I'm thankful. I've got plenty. So if I have enough, I'm going to make her a pillow out of it. I'd like the purple and turquoise colors, and I'd like to make something out of that for myself, just like a wearable something or other. And then I want to send Janet on here, is making hats for veterans. So I'd like to send her some of the excess yarn from this in memory of my friend's daughter, so she can make some hats in memory of her. So that's what I'd like to be able to do. That's the goal. But I've been really working on, when I do anything for the channel through Canva, I have to kind of make a template that's easy for Mama to recreate, to be able to hit the copy button and plop stuff in and move to the next thing. And so I really like, a lot of people have liked those recaps of the channel shoutouts. Since my eyes are bad, feel my stitches. I feel this. Yep. You do what you have to do to make it work, that's for sure. But I've been doing that, and last night, I don't know what it was. I woke up at 2 o'clock. I could not go back to sleep till about 5:30 this morning. I thought, great, this afternoon I'll take a little nap. Do you think I could have closed my eyes? No, my head was going, beesh, 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 beesh. I'm like, head, would you just stop thinking of ideas? They're all wonderful, but can we kind of get them back on track? So I was going to try to take a nap, but that was not going to happen. I tried. I gave it a party too. So hopefully tonight I can sleep through the night. Josh has an appointment at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And if I can, I'll try to get him to go to the pool, because that would be really nice to be able to go in the pool after we get done with the doctor. And we have a jacuzzi at our Y, but it has been closed. Now it's open, so I really think that would be very nice to go. But I was working on that other blanket because I ran out of white, and it took a little bit of time to get it in, and the mom picked it up yesterday for me. Couldn't move any further in it. Miss making lap blankets for nursing home. It was awesome that you could do it when you could do it. I it's like I've got to come up with. The problem is, and I don't know what it is, but I am not good at schedule stuff. The dog that walked by looked like my daughter's service dog. So precious. Anyway, um, I used to make one a day and then had shingles right arm and hand. And then it took a week. Now I just can't. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. I am so sorry because I know you enjoyed that. But I've got to figure out a schedule that I can maintain. The thing is, I'm not good with schedules. I'm just not good with them. That's the problem. Just not good with them. So if I try to keep a schedule, it just never happens. And it's like, okay, well. And people that don't think that YouTube channels take time and effort and so forth, they do. Absolutely do. If you're trying to grow it. But I can see, like I said before, I can see why people take their editing and give it to somebody else and say, do it. I'm the opposite. I work so much better with good. Yeah, I don't know about it. I just, part of my frustration when Hurricane Rita hit here, had everything at 75% off. I got everything they had, so I shared it with them. That's awesome. The problem with a schedule is I have to make it very loose because if I'm having a migraine, which I haven't been having a migraine, but I've been dealing with a headache the past couple of days. If I'm having a migraine, I don't edit what you what you get. Yeah, I do the devotion, so we have to edit those. But if I do the if I do the if I have a migraine, then everything has to stop. And then if I start with those cold chills where I'm in pain, everything has to stop. So if I was going to keep something, then it has to just stop and then I don't go back to it. And I want to make sure that I can put in with my crochet. This is why I like doing these rock sit and chat times, because then I can sit and I can talk to you all and I can work on my crochet and so forth. Beautiful dog. Even though I think my neighbors may think I'm crazy. I am like you. Pay makes a schedule. Yep, it makes it all of its own. But if you guys are interested, what we're going to start doing, the plane up there, the plane. We're going to start doing with Blessings Through Connection is if you want to come on and contact us and we'll come up with a time. I'm going to see, I was kind of talking to Alfonso about it today, and I may try to do it in StreamYard instead of Streamlabs if I can do it. I have to see if I can do it. If I can, then I'll do it. And we set up, hi Yadira. Yeah, I know. We got to 100 and my prayers are with you, hon. I'm sorry about your lost kitty. I'll be praying for you. Big hugs. Is if people want to come on that channel or that, contact me and we'll do a recorded interview. I only want it to be, you'd like to join? Okay. Well, we can do that. Yadira, can you put in Blessings Through Connection channel for those people that are not connected yet? What we're going to do is those people that want to do a half an hour interview, we're going to talk about, who they are, what their YouTube channel is about, things they've learned about, things that, no problem, no rush on. When I'm on my phone, I can't add things in like when I'm on the computer. Things that they've learned on their YouTube journey, things that they found out worked, things they found out they didn't work, things they thought were great but didn't work out, some of their favorite things. Just a half an hour video we're going to record. Hopefully I won't have to do too much editing. Thank you very much. If you're not connected with Blessings Through Connection, connect with the channel. Mr. Blessed to Crochet, he said, I even picked up subs yesterday. And who was it? Sandy Wandy actually picked up subscribers. She said, I have to go do videos. People were in Foodie's vacation. There were people that came over from our chat last night and were in her channel. So it helped to kind of get the connection going and have people connect with each other's channels. But we'll make the videos a half an hour. We'll put them up on the playlist, on your own playlist under Blessings Through Connection. And then that way you can tell us which videos you want us to add to that playlist. Like you can pick 5 or 6 videos, we'll add to that, with your getting to know you being the top video. That way, if people watch that playlist, you'll get some watch hours, but we'll also get some watch hours for that channel. And that'll be a requirement for you guys having a playlist on Blessings Through Connection, will be that you've got to do a half an hour video. I think if we make it any longer than that, people are not going to sit and watch it. We want to make it just a half an hour, a little brief getting to know you, know about your channel and all that kind of stuff. Just very brief kind of introduction. And I know people last night over in that channel were looking and going, well, we're asking about a code to drop links. We're not going to do that. I've talked to several people and they said the fact that you're making everybody a moderator, they can go and take their little computer mouse or their thumb and go and check out each other's channels. If we give a command for people to drop their link, I think it will foster more people coming in there, dropping their link and leaving. And that does not help a YouTube channel. That hurts a YouTube channel. And I've been on YouTube channels. I'm going to kind of talk about that tomorrow. That we were moderators. We're not anymore for any channels hardly. That, the link was put in. And unless the content creator said, really go over and subscribe, the link didn't do anything. It didn't get any, people didn't hit it. So to me, for us to put a code in to drop a link, if you're already a moderator, you can do that. I would really encourage, if you're in the live in that channel and you cannot make the connections, your proper connections through YouTube need to be made with going over and checking somebody's channel out, watching a 3-minute video or 3 minutes of shorts, making comments in the video or the shorts that attain to the video. That's what are the shorts. That's what you need to do. If when you're in the live, and I know right now, Blessings Through Connection, it's going to be slow. That's okay. It's only going to increase. I'm going to sneeze. I think I'm going to sneeze. It's going to grow as people come in there and realize the benefit of, it's kind of like, we don't think anything about, if you're networking, to go after the day and go to a networking event. Nobody thinks twice about doing that. Going to what is it? a Chamber of Commerce networking event, or going to a networking event, you know, at your local, you know, after hours or something. Like, nobody thinks twice about that. That's what you're doing. As a content creator, you're socializing as an individual. Even if you're a content creator, you're doing it even if you don't have any content on your channel, because everybody on YouTube has a channel, whether you have content or not. And you guys that don't have content and don't want to put on content, you have something called a community post. You can share stuff that you really like on your community post for other people to see, or on your social media. Don't forget the power you have in that. But we don't think twice about doing it. And so if you do that, you're doing that blessings through connection, really. You're coming in there, you're chit-chatting, you're socializing with each other, you're checking each other's channels out. If you don't have the time to make those proper connections, make a playlist for yourself, blessings through connection. Go ahead and make it private. When you go over to somebody's channel, by clicking on their name with your finger or with your mouse, put a video in. It doesn't matter if it's an hour-long video. It doesn't matter. You've got their channel locked in, so you know you can go back and reference it and find something that fits your time to be able to sit and watch. And then you can go back and watch and hit the subscribe button and make those connections stick for sure through YouTube. I know I'm going to have to do it for both because I'm doing too many other things. I can't make the proper connections. I still have a couple on my watch list to catch up with. Yep. And so that really helps. So if you're in a situation like Blessings Through Connections Live, that's a good way to make sure that you are really making those connections stick by doing it the right way. And what I'll do too is I'll start on another piece of paper, just highlighting somebody's handle and putting it on, you know, like a Word document. And then that way, that'll give us other people that are in there, we can do channel shout outs. And we keep track of them. So like Foodies Vacation, I gave them a shout out this month. So we probably won't do another shout out for them for, you know, 3 or 4 months. And we won't ever stop doing shout outs. I know we could make that as part of a membership, but we won't do that. We want shout outs to be there. We want the recaps to be there. What the recaps are doing is it's getting people back to the community post. And we'll use our theme song for both channels. We love the one that Jake did for our thing. It's our other theme song too, but we've kind of gone ahead with this crocheting connection, and I want to continue that, and I want the theme song to match that. But we also have the Blessed to Crochet theme song that he did. I love the one we did for Crochet Connection. Don't you love it when you get knots in your yarn? The only drama here is yarn drama. No other drama. Somebody is cooking something that's making me hungry. Hungry, hungry, hungry. I already had my dinner, so if I have anything, it'll be a snack. I really only have one meal a day anymore. I have one meal a day and I graze the rest of the day. Fuel my body when needed. I hope I'm going to get this one out of here, actually. We'll see. If not, I think it'll be fine. Yep. Oh, well, this knot's not coming out of here. Well, maybe it just needs to pull. I got it. I got the knot. I haven't used ice yarn. How does it feel? I like their favorites, and I actually did a review on favorites. I did a review on all these, and if you look on our playlist, you'll see it. Ice yarn review on favorite, several of the yarns. And then I did a Pacific one for favorites. Super something or other. There's 3 different ones that a lot of people use, and I did a review on those 3. Yes, I'm still going to go ahead with the blessing boxes. I know it'll be past 4th, but we'll do something on the 4th. So I can get to you some yarn for sure. I promised you some yarn, and that will happen. I promise. If anybody wants to, Janet is doing hats for veterans. So if anybody, we have our Venmo. If anybody wants to send some over to us, any funds over to us through that or through Super Chats, let us know you want it to go to that. We will go to Hobby Lobby and pick her up some yarn that we can send over to her so that she can get her quota for her hats. She wants to do 4,000 hats by the end of the year. And I told her I would send her some yarn in honor of my dad, because my dad was a veteran. He served 28 years, 6 months, and 10 days in the military. So if anybody is interested in that, let me know. But I have to finish, Janet, I have to finish this blanket, and I will know exactly how much I need for the pillow that I want to hopefully do to include with this blanket, and then save some for myself, and then I can send you some of this yarn that I'm going to have left over for you to work with. Plus, I will pick you up some additional yarn at Hobby Lobby. So, and the link tree's under there, and our Venmo account, thank you, Yadira, is all on there. So if anybody's interested, let me know, and we'll make sure that you get it. And I know we were supposed to do, what was it today? The Wednesday spin wheel thing. I totally forgot it was Wednesday. I absolutely want to. I totally forgot it was Wednesday. I literally oh yeah, it's Wednesday. I was like, okay. Totally forgot it was Wednesday. So we'll do that next week. Totally forgot. I was like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday, and I totally forgot about the wheel, the mystery wheel. Totally went right out of my head. Woke up going, yeah, it's Wednesday. See where my head's been. Not with me, that's for sure. It's been on some other planet. I don't know where it's been, but it's not been with me. I'm hoping to go to bed early. I'm hoping. I don't know if I will do that, but I'm hoping to actually go to bed early. Hi, Foodies Vacation. How are you, hun? We're just chit-chatting. I'm crocheting, trying to relax the brainio. No, sometimes when you have ideas, they just come out and you go, oh yeah, this idea sounds good, and that idea sounds good, and that idea. It's like, can I get the brain to stop for 2 seconds, please? Like, I think that's what happens us people with creative brains, is our minds start racing, and then it's like, hi, all things Mia J, how you doing? You know, you were on today and I saw you live and I went in to go say hello and guess what? You had ended the live. I was like, dang on it. I was like, I tried. Hi, Dan. How are you? Hi there. Didn't see you rocking. Let's see. There we go. I don't want to make anybody nauseous, but I thought I would go in and say hi, and I turned around and I was in Blessings Through Connection, and I went over to Bless to Crochet, and before I know it, the live was ended. I'm like, I missed it, but just know I'll go watch on the replay. I'm well. I was on a lunch break. Appreciate you. Appreciate you too. I just wanted you to know I tried. Something's wrong. No, 19. That's what's wrong. I'm not. I'm 1, 2, 3. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Okay, got it. My family knows when I start that I'm counting, and they'll, if they see me and they're asking me a question, and I'm quietly counting, I'll go 10, 11. They go, oh, we have to wait. Especially if I'm in a chain and I'm like at the 80 or 90 part and I can't stop. I'm like, don't ask me a question till I'm done because I don't want to rechain it again. Couldn't find a topic. You know what? I enjoy doing these rocking crochet and connection, and I'll tell you why. It's because I don't have to think of a topic. You guys really help to just carry the topic. I don't have to think about a topic. I don't have to research a topic. I don't give me a moment while I turn this blanket that I'm almost done with. I don't have to think of a topic. I don't have to research a topic. I just come out here. I bring my little rocking chair. I bring my crochet. I bring my tea if it's tea time, and I sit and we just. Did I turn it the wrong way? I turned it the wrong way. Dang on it. And I don't have to think about anything. I can just sit here. I made a little sign counting. I love it. I love it. Of course, this is why I can't take these projects with me because they're too big. Oh my gosh. My neighbors probably think I'm nuts talking to myself on my phone, right? Oh my goodness. I don't know what that would. So anyway, I swear this is not as complicated as it looks. Oh my goodness. The hysterical time. Gonna give you some advice. Oh, sit in the rocking chair outside. Yeah, I need it. Rocking chair. I'm almost done with it. That's the problem. See the hearts? I want to make like a pillow with that heart, and I want to put the letter C. See, I'm on the H. Can you see the H? It's only I haven't done the bars across it yet, but see the H. And so I just have one letter after this, and then I'm done. Except for doing the uh God, instead of doing the border. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. The problem is I have to hook new yarn onto some of this, and so it's going to be a mess till I do that. But I can tell you, I will gladly take it because somebody smoking or they're grilling something. Man, it smells good. At least if you fall asleep, you can go. Like I said, last night I woke up at hi Jason P. How you doing? I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I fell asleep. I actually fell asleep to Um Crafty yawning and crocheting. I fell asleep to her and I told her today, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't say goodnight. I was so tired after yesterday. And so I was busy. I was busy with stuff yesterday. So I fell asleep to her. And then I woke up at 2:30. This was 12:30. So at 2:30 I woke up. And I couldn't go back to sleep till 5:30. And then I fell asleep and I woke up at 10:30. So I had a very broken sleep. And tell Crafty Jason I'll be emailing her that thing that I talked to her about today. I have to go on duty calls. Thank you. Well, when we get the ladybugs out, we know it's about time shortly. I don't think I'm going in. Well, it depends how far yarn is. So anyway. Oh my Lord. This is a blanket of love. I know when those lights pop on. But I think I'm ready for something tonight. I'm ready for bed early, hopefully. So I tried to go and have an afternoon nap that failed miserably. Absolutely miserably. Could not fall asleep. My mind was going too much. And I was like, I guess I haven't crocheted over the past couple of days. I'm like, I guess my mind's telling me I better go crochet because it was just racing. I hate those times. I hate them. The yarny crafter. A yawning crafter. She just has such a relaxing voice. And I knew that the Blessings Through Connection, because we were getting rated by Tuber Chat, it wasn't going to stay busy, but it was going to be busy the initial as people were coming in. Um, hi, Misha. How are you, hun? Do you not see? I'm at the H. I'm at the H. It's coming together. Caught you live. Hope you're well, but sound like me. I'm going to take a nap as well. I tried. Anyway, I was busy. You know, I knew we weren't going to be busy when we initially came in there and that's why I even reached out to my mods and said, can people just come in and welcome people? And I knew it would calm down, but I knew initially we were going to be busy when we came in. So I'm glad we have people. I think one person had to be blocked. But other than that, everybody behaved themselves and everybody talked and connected with each other. And that was the purpose. That was the reason behind everything. And I knew just initially we were going to need that. And as it grows, we'll it'll continue. The nice thing about it is everybody is a mod in there, so that if somebody is not behaving themselves and somebody feels like they can remove them if need be. But it was nice. I think people got the concept. I hope. I just, like I said, it was put out there that people had said, well, why don't you make it so that people's link drops? But I'm really hesitant to do that. Feeling yucky again. So when he sleeps, I try to sleep right now. Oh, I'm praying for you, hon. Believe me. Well, I'm at the H. And just so you know, I'm probably going to have leftover yarn, Misha. And there's a lady in here that makes hats for veterans. And if there's leftover yarn, I'm going to send it to her. And she's going to make sure that some of that yarn is used in memory of your daughter. She'll make some hats. So it will get passed on if there's any yarn left over for this. So I think I have only like 20 or 25 rows left. I love that idea, Mary. You're a beautiful soul. Well, you're welcome. And people haven't figured it out. That's the girl that I'm doing this for, and it was my absolute privilege to do it. And hi, So Bless. How are you? I'm gonna take. I want to take a little bit of the purple and the turquoise and make a wearable out of it for me, not of me. And then hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if there's anything extra, it's going to go to her, and she'll make some hats in memory of your daughter. But the white, the white, which is this, I can't see it, got the sparkles in it. You guys can see it. They were out of that at Hobby Lobby, so they had to get that on order. But trial day is October 20th. I'm not looking forward to it. Well, then that is my goal, to make sure that you have this in hand. And I'm actually probably going to have enough to do something extra to put in there. When you come home, you put this blanket around you and you feel that hug. And that is my goal then. And we will be praying for you for lots of strength. And please know you have someone you can reach out to if you need to talk. You're not alone. And I'm sorry you're having to go through that. I really am. Oh, I didn't tell you all. But be praying for me too. The family member that chose to not speak to us for a little bit, hi Rudy, reached out to me the other day and wished me happy belated birthday. So I am trying to be nice and loving and respectful. They said they will call so we could talk. So that was good. I still am going to fight the urge to not be upset with them because they should have done it before my other aunt, my aunt passed away, but it's a start. I cannot afford to go to the trial. It's 600 miles away, but aren't even keeping, they aren't even, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Let me ask you this, if you could afford to go, I'm sure you would go. So is that a prayer request that we need to ask for, that the funds would become available for you to go? Well, that's hopefully a step in the right direction, sending you love and strength. I remember when that happened, I felt so bad. Yep. I I don't. It'll never be the same. I will forgive them. I won't forget that they allowed my aunt to pass without her family healing. That's going to be a hard one to swallow. But that is a prayer you need, that the funds would be available so you could go. Then we should start praying that for you. And either way, you're going to be there for sure. Honestly, I am afraid of what I would do if I were in prison, especially if it goes as expected. I might end up, well, then that's what you need to know about yourself. If you couldn't handle going, don't. But I will be praying that they throw the book for sure. At the individual, because he deserves his life exactly where he's spending it for the rest of it. My thoughts towards the situation has changed due to the way things have happened. You know, you have to stay strong. For yourself and for your, for her and for her memory. You have to stay strong, and I know you will. And you've got a lot of people surrounding you that love you and are here for you. Anyway, it's good to see you. I appreciate you, Mary, and love. Much love. Anyway. Well, thank you, hon. And we love you and we're here for you. Don't ever forget that. And this has been a great privilege for me to do. And I hope it is a little bit of comfort in for you and for your family. If nothing else, that's all that matters. Somebody is either having a fire pit outside or they're cooking. Can't tell. Are you making a blanket? If so, what's it you're using? I am making a bobble stitch blanket. Those are really the only blankets I do. And I have a pattern here that I'm following on a grid. So it's just a single crochet with a bobble stitch. Making the letters. And Awakened by the Looking Glass, which was above you. How do I put this? Her daughter was taken away from this world way too soon. By somebody who needs to be in jail for the rest of their life. And this blanket is in memory of her daughter. I know that I will, with every stitch you add, much love and honor, and honored and grateful. Christina would have loved it. Yep. So you can see the hearts, right? So the hearts are on either side, all the way through. And then down the middle has her daughter's name. Her daughter's name is Christina. So you can see the R. And then this is the H I'm forming. So the bar is going across the H right there. Why this is kind of special is because my daughter's named Christina. And so this blanket is very special. Misha and I are forever bonded because we both have daughters that are named Christina. And one day I will meet your daughter. But for right now, she's watching over you, Misha. And so because of that, we bonded very much as friends. And I'm grateful for her friendship. And this blanket's been in the works for a while, and I finally was able to get back to it. I'm like, I am finishing it. Yarn buff. Barf. And so her daughter's the person that took her daughter away before she should have gone away from this world. The trial is October 26th. Love you right back. And so that's now my new goal. Is it will get done by then, because this way she can have the blanket, and I will be praying absolutely that he gets his just desserts. Yep, it's getting dark. I can see to some degree. We've done this before. People just watch me go in the dark. It's the After Dark show, right? See? So tomorrow, what we're going to do, people know, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'm going to set up a live that we're going to talk about our shout outs, why we do our shout outs. It's not, all right, absolutely, October 20th. It's not, I'm not talking about other channels. I'm talking specifically about our channel, both of our channels, why we do channel shout outs, why they're so important, what they look like, where you're going to find them, why we started to do the recaps, how to get a channel shout out, the power of doing the channel shout outs. And so we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And then at 7 o'clock Eastern and at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll set up that live. We're going to talk about, we're going to redirect you over to Blessings Through Connection. So that's at 7 p.m. We will be doing that for 2 hours tomorrow. So it'll redirect you over from that stream over to Blessings Through Connection. So you can make more connections. So we're hoping that people can come in and then stay for the after party, right? Make those connections. I want to explain a little bit further about how Blessings Through Connection is going to work. And we're going to talk about power of channel shout outs, why we do them, and so forth and so on. You know, I figured out, and just the power of you all as viewers or content creators sharing out and spreading about other channels, why it can be so helpful, not only to you, but to that's a no, firefly or not. Yeah. Not only to you, but why it's so powerful and can be powerful to the other person. And we're going to kind of home in on that a little bit tomorrow. Also, we're going to talk about how we're going to work the playlist over there and kind of go through all that. And then we'll shoot you over to Blessings Through Connection. There was something I was going to say, and now I forgot what it was. Just went right in one ear and out the other. I literally forgot what I was going to say. I'll remember it in a minute. Hang on it. I hate that when that happens. You have a senior moment, and I'm gonna remember it. Oh goodness, should come back to me in a minute. There was something else I was going to talk about in there, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know. Give me a minute. See, I know. You know, I realized the other day I was talking and thinking I must be a little bit uh, loopy. I think that's the word for it. I was thinking, you know, you have one channel, right? Well, and this is my mom's channel that I've helped her create. You have one channel. And I would not recommend any content creator getting another channel. However, I think that, and that's another thing we're going to talk about, I think having something similar to the way we're running Blessings Through Connection is not necessarily a bad idea. If that channel gets monetized, it's icing on the cake. But for your people to actually be able to leave a chat, like leave a live that you do on one channel and send them over to your other channel, especially if that channel is monetized and you can redirect them over, where they can connect, making them mods and having them do all this wonderful connection between each other and chit chat and talk and everything, and do nothing but relaxing video, maybe do little video clips throughout the whole thing or whatever it is. Take the focus off of you and put it in the chat and let people connect that way. It's not necessarily a bad idea. In fact, I think it's actually really beneficial. But it's kind of like having a baby. Now, I'm not relating YouTube channels to babies in any way, shape, or form. But it's kind of like when you're going to have a baby and you're going through the process of having a baby, you think, I'll never go through this again. I was nuts to think about doing it. This is painful. Because believe it or not, growing a YouTube channel has some pain with it. It's painful, you know, and so forth. And you think, I'm never going to do this again. You hold that baby in your arms and you think, I'm ready for my next one. You know, all the pain goes beside and you're ready to have your, the next child. And I'm thinking, that was a firework. Something went boom. Do it, boom. I'm thinking, you know what? It's kind of the same thing. You go and you sit there and go, yeah, I can be a little daft enough to do this all over again, right? Because really, if you've successfully gotten a channel monetized, well, there's another one. You're nutty to think about doing it again. Somebody's lighting off the fireworks, going boom, boom, boom. When we were in Cincinnati, we could sit. I mean, I would have been able to get you guys a great view. We were able to sit out on our back porch in the house we had there, right? And literally be able to, the fireworks show was amazing. Of course, Christina used to call them fireworks. She said, Mommy, more fireworks when she was little, more fireworks. We always call them fireworks now. When I was working in a hotel in Coral Springs, I work on the concierge level at one point, and there was houses, really expensive, nice houses out on, because it was on a golf course. The hotel was on a golf course, so these big, big houses across the way. And I mean, this one 4th of July, I don't know how much this guy spent on fireworks, but it must have been epic. It was very slow that night. I was able to turn all the lights off at up in the concierge lounge and literally watch the fireworks show. It was absolutely amazing. And not only that, because it was on the 7th floor, you were able to see like miles of fireworks going off. It was awesome. As my daughter would say, fireworks, more fireworks, Mommy. Watching it get dark. I wonder if there are any more booms. Every color but so. I can see a light somewhere through there, so I can see the stitches through. And we had a next door neighbor when we were in Florida. Man, he used to go hog wild. Our street looked like he would buy lots of fireworks. I'm not going to try to end that. I won't be able to see it. I don't think. Not end it, but add. Let's see, unless I don't think I can get this. Sometimes you can pull these out. Yes, I have a hook right now, or a stitch marker right now. For a second. Sometimes you can pull these out and they'll come out really nice. Sometimes trying to find the end, I'm trying to go find gold or something like that. I'm not going to find the end. Do all the tricks in the world. Found the end, but I got yarn barf out of it. Hi Danielle, how are you? Yes, I'm here. So I wonder the price of. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I don't know if we're going to try, and I don't know if. And yes, I'm here. It's just getting dark, and that's what we do. We just let it get dark, and I can either have my mic in or I can have the light on. One of the things, the two things can happen, but they can't happen at the same time. There's a place that's having fireworks. I'm thinking about going there, watching the fireworks, taking you along with me. The thing is, if it has music, it's fine if I won't, if it has music with it, I will not monetize it. Or we will not monetize it for Mama. So if it has music, we won't monetize it. I won't set up for monetization for her. Because they'll demonetize it anyway. And they may end up muting it if there's music in the back, but you all will get to see the fireworks. So it's kind of like, I'm going to have to check this when I go back in because I can't see a dang on thing. And I'm not going to try to make a bobble stitch when I can't see. So we will see about going there. I paid $115 for a big pack of someone's exploded in the sky. I forgot what they called it. Oh. We haven't bought fireworks for a long time. I mean, the one thing that I don't have to worry about is Mocha is not, which is my daughter's dog, which we care for, is not afraid of fireworks. So if we left her, like, we don't have a dog that's scared to death of fireworks, that and when we leave her, she's always crated. I'm a very, very much big proponent. Only half an hour here, dear. I'm a moderator. That's fine. I'm going to be going in soon. I'm going to try to go record a couple more devotions, but we don't have to worry about her because she is not afraid. Like, she's not afraid of thunderstorms. She's not afraid of fireworks. So fireworks can be going off all around us, and she's not afraid of that. So it's not like if we leave her, even though she's crated. I'm a very good proponent of. And again, foodies, thank you for showing on up. I'm a very big proponent of dogs being in their crate when you're gone. Especially Mocha, because she would just, she has separation anxiety, so she'd tear the house apart. So she is best crated. She doesn't get into things. And so I can't we can leave her knowing that if there's fireworks around, she's not going to be bothered by it. However, if there's a fly in the bedroom, she's bothered by it. My son-in-law had a button on his shirt when he was dating our daughter, and it fell off. And he said, "Oh, I lost a button." And I said, "Sure enough." And it was a little tiny button. It wasn't that big. Sure enough, who found it? Mocha. My mother lost an earring. Who found it? Mocha. She'd get herself in so much trouble if she wasn't crateable. She was gone. So we're a big component of she's in a crate. She's safe. That's her home. Because otherwise she'd get in too much trouble. And the problem is that she's not the greatest at the vet. So if she ever did get into something where she needed surgery, she'd have a fit. In any case, I will leave it open. Well, thank you. We're getting off in a minute. It's 9:51. My husband likes for me to be done with recordings at 10 o'clock. But if I can go in and record 3 more devotions, we'll be caught up. I just have to sit edit them tomorrow because we're about a month behind. I've got like literally since like the 27th or something, the 28th of devotions recorded. I just have to sit and edit them, which takes time, which I'm going to try to do this weekend. And foodies, what I was talking about the other night when we were in, you weren't here for it, when we were in Blessings Through Connection, is right now on that channel we have, and this is open to anybody, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow. We have playlists on that channel, and we purposely did that for a while just so people could go over, find channels we liked, connect with them, and so forth. We're going to take those playlists off, except for Tuber Chat, which will always be on because I think every content creator should be involved with that. Great community. And Blessed Through Connection, or Blessed Through Crochet, because that's our this channel, our main channel. But anybody that wants to come and we'll do like a 30-minute pre-recorded, interview where we talk about their channel, their name, their YouTube journey a little bit, things they found out that they thought were going to work that didn't, and so forth and so on, some of their favorite things and so forth, things they want to share, kind of like a get to know you 30-minute video. Then what we'll go ahead and do is set them up a playlist on Blessings Through Connection, and that'll be the top video, and then they can let us know like 5 or 6 videos that they want us to put in that playlist from their channel. And then that way they will have playlists of people. So when people go into that playlist, they're getting to know you through the interview we've done with you. And then they have 5 or 6 videos that you choose that we can put in there that they could go watch as well. And you get the additional watch hours. We get a little bit of the watch hours from the videos because with Blessing Through Connection, it's kind of like Tuber Chat. We're not going to have a lot of, unless people are watching that just to help us with our watch hours, it's not going to be a channel where people are going to go in and necessarily rewatch the replay in that way. But if you're interested in it, if anybody's interested in it, let me know, reach out. I think we're going to try to go through StreamYard for that, but Alfonso is going to be the first one I do. I'm going to interview myself, so we'll have one for us. And so you guys know how to look. But then we will do the interview. I'm going to do it with Alfonso because I said to him, this way I can kind of, with Streamlabs, it's a little bit harder to have people and do collaborations. It's not as easy as StreamYard. And so he said, well, he said, I don't care if we take like 2 hours, which wouldn't normally do it for anybody else. Once I get all what the mic levels should be in Streamlabs and all that kind of stuff, or I just go through StreamYard and I record it. I have 5 hours. I have 2 channels. I can record it through there. And then I can put the logo over it and when I edit it and for the channel, and that'll be fine. So he said he would do it. I said, well, this way I can kind of, I know what it should be when I record stuff, but he said he would come in so we can kind of do a little recording together. I can end it. I can, see what it sounds like and then go back and, so forth. So he said he would do it. So I know what I should set it up as. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. And I would be glad to do that. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go try to edit or try to record those last 3 so we're caught up. Tomorrow I'm going to edit, and I've got a couple more shout outs to finish out, and then I'm all caught up with those till the end of the month. And then next week we'll start bringing back jokes because I miss those. So thank you for doing another Rocking Crochet and Chat. Yeah, Rocking, Connecting, and Chat, or crocheting. I really enjoy these guys because I don't have to think of a topic, and it just opens it up. And coming through the YouTube app, or actually directly through YouTube, actually brings us out to other people, and having vertical lives helps. So it does actually help us expose us to more and more people, and that's what we want to do. And I don't have to think of a topic. I can just come, act silly. You guys can talk. You guys can connect with each other, and we can just hang out. And I really, really enjoy them. And it really helps me to kind of just, especially when my mind is doing that racing stuff. It's wonderful. So anyway, be proud of being yourself. I know you can't see me. I'm here. See right here. There we are. Be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. And remember, we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock on Blessed to Crochet. We're going to talk about the power of, shouting out and sharing and so forth. And then we'll go over to Blessings Through Connection and do 2 hours of more connecting. So have a wonderful day or night. And then on July 4th, I may take you to see fireworks. If not, I may take that and just let y'all enjoy your 4th and probably not come live. But we'll just see if we'll go and see the fireworks together. So anyway, talk to y'all later. God bless. And again, stay connected, y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Keep crocheting that